Beneath the ordinary world lies a veil, and behind it, the voices of the lost still whisper.
We are your guides into the shadows, where true crime meets the paranormal.
From chilling crimes to haunted histories, we uncover the stories that refuse to rest.
This is Veil of Echoes.
At the top of a quiet hill in Louisville, Kentucky, there's a building that refuses to be forgotten. The paint peels from its walls. The hallways stretch longer than they should. And if you stand alone on the 5th floor, you'll feel it. Like someone is standing just out of sight. Hundreds came here struggling to breathe. Many never walked back out. There's a tunnel beneath the building, 500 feet long. Stretchers once rolled down in silence. Bodies hidden from the living. In room 502, visitors refuse to stand near the window. They say shadows move where nothing should move. They say doors slam without warning. And they say if you whisper into the darkness,
"We're still here,"
it answers.
This is episode 47, Waverly Hills Sanatorium, the hill that breathes. Welcome back to Veil of Echoes, where the darkest crimes and the unexplained are told through immersive cinematic storytelling.
We're your hosts. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Bria.
And tonight, we're walking through crumbling corridors, past peeling walls, and silent windows, inside a building that once held the dying.
Before we begin, if you enjoy immersive true crime and paranormal storytelling, make sure you're following Veil of Echoes on your favorite podcast platform. Leaving a rating or review helps our stories reach even more listeners, and we truly appreciate your support.
And you can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook for episode teasers, behind-the-scenes content, and updates on upcoming investigations.
Long before the ghost tours, before the overnight investigations, before the stories of shadow figures and whispered names, there were patients, real ones, men, women, children, sent here for one reason: to fight for breath. And many of them never left. If we're going to talk about what people claim still walks these halls, we have to start with what happened here first.
Waverly Hills sits in Louisville, Kentucky, in the southwestern part of the city, overlooking the Ohio River Valley. The hill rises quietly above the surrounding neighborhoods. Even today, it feels removed from the noise below. But in the late 1800s, it was farmland. Open land, rolling hills, a place chosen for its elevation and fresh air.
In 1883, Major Thomas H. Hayes purchased the property and built a family home there. He later constructed a small one-room schoolhouse for his daughters and other local children. The schoolteacher reportedly loved the novel Waverly by Sir Walter Scott, and the name stayed. Waverly Hill.
At the time, there was nothing ominous about it. No tragedy attached to the name, no legends, just a quiet hill overlooking a growing city. But that city was changing. By the early 1900s, Louisville's population was rising rapidly. Crowded housing, poor ventilation, limited sanitation, and tuberculosis, a highly contagious airborne disease, was spreading through this community. What began as farmland would soon become something else entirely. That's me again? Okay. By the early 1900s, tuberculosis was one of the deadliest diseases in the United States. Often called the White Plague, it spread silently through the air. A cough, a shared room, Close quarters. That was all it took.
Tuberculosis attacks the lungs first. Patients develop a persistent cough, chest pain, fever, night sweats, and in advanced cases, coughing up blood. There was no cure, no antibiotics, and once symptoms progressed, survival rates dropped dramatically.
In Louisville alone, tuberculosis cases surged in the early 1900s. The city had one of the highest tuberculosis death rates in the country at the time. Crowded tenant housing, poor ventilation, and limited sanitation only made it worse. Public health officials needed isolation. They needed fresh air. They needed distance from the city below.
And so in 1910, Waverly Hills opened as a dedicated tuberculosis hospital. At first, it was modest, a 2-story wooden structure with about 40 beds, but it filled quickly. Families sent loved ones there hoping for recovery. But many were sent for something else: separation, isolation, and sometimes a final attempt.
The primary treatment was something called open-air therapy. Patients were placed on long porches, even in winter. Blankets wrapped around them, windows open. The belief was that cold, clean air could slow the disease.
Other treatments were far more invasive. Artificial pneumothorax, collapsing an infected lung to rest it. Thoracoplasty, surgically removing ribs to allow the lungs to collapse inward. These procedures were experimental, painful, and often performed with limited anesthesia by today's standards.
By the 1920s, the hospital could no longer keep up. In 1926, the 5-story brick and concrete structure we recognize today was completed. At its peak, Waverly Hills housed over 400 patients at one time. And while the often repeated number of 60,000 deaths is debated, historical records suggest several thousand people died there between 1910 and the early 1960s. Several thousand in one building.
For many patients, Waverly Hills wasn't a hospital you visited. It was where you were sent to wait.
To wait for recovery, or to wait for the end.
So if you were living in the early 1900s and tuberculosis was spreading through your city, would you choose to be sent to a place like Waverly Hills for treatment, or would you stay home knowing there was no real cure?
I'm staying home.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry, I want to die in my home.
If the rate's the
Right.
same, it seems like it was kind of escalated there. It seems like when they started doing these experimental procedures, it was rapidly...
Well, yeah, because it's in the air. I mean,
it's not something... It doesn't matter if the air's warm or cold. It's an airborne disease. I mean,
exactly.
It's got to be colder than that.
Proper
Yep.
PPE. I mean,
And you're like,
They didn't have proper PEE. Why did I just say PEE? PPE. They didn't have that back then, okay? No fault of their own.
yeah.
yes. I'm curious if any doctors.
It said it attacks the lungs first. I thought it only attacked the lungs.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it says legends claim up to 63,000 deaths, but historical records suggest that around 8,212 people died there. Still, fucking...
Still a lot.
Oh. We'll get to 502, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I would
Yeah.
stay home too.
At that rate, yeah. 'Cause
I would
mean,
feel more, even though, like, if I had, I'd feel more safe, or like I wasn't spreading it to anybody else.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it happens in closed, confined areas. You're stacking multiple patients in rooms on porches by each other.
You're
Yes.
just continuously spreading it
Exactly.
around. You're
Exactly.
not doing anything for
If
it.
6
No.
feet's not going to cut it. You guys need to be away from each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What? Lane.
And that was one of the biggest issues back then, is like disease was running rapid because people kept overpopulating areas real fast. They never let anything progress. It was right now, right now, right now. As soon as they're like, hey, you can drink the water, they're like, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fucking go.
Because look at Los Angeles. When they made their gold rush, there wasn't that many people there. Now it's probably our most populated state.
Yep.
That city alone probably has more people in it than the Midwest.
Probably.
Beneath Waverly Hills lies a 500-foot underground tunnel, stretching from the base of the hill to the hospital above. It runs at a steep incline, connecting the building to the railroad tracks below. Originally, it wasn't built for bodies. It was built for survival. Coal deliveries, food supplies, laundry transport, staff access during harsh Kentucky winters.
The tunnel included a rail system used to pull carts up and down the slope. Workers could move heavy materials without hauling them up the hill. It was practical, necessary, efficient. But as tuberculosis death increased, its function quietly expanded.
Patients recovering upstairs were shielded from constant reminders of mortality. When someone died, their body was covered and transported down the tunnel, away from view. The goal wasn't secrecy, it was psychological protection. But over time, the effort created something else. Rumors, stories, and the idea that bodies disappeared into the earth.
Today, the tunnel still feels imposing. Concrete walls, minimal light, and the incline is steeper than many visitors expected. Halfway down, the outside world disappears. Sound behaves strangely. Footsteps echo longer than they should. Voices carry, then distort.
Some investigators say they felt a hand brush their back. Others report a sudden pressure on their chest. There are accounts of people hearing their names whispered, even when separated from their group. And more than one visitor has described reaching the midpoint and feeling an overwhelming urge to turn around.
Skeptics point to acoustics, air pressure shifts, darkness triggering fight or flight, and all of that is possible, but thousands of people pass through the corridor one final time, and when you stand inside it, it doesn't feel neutral. Do you guys think places absorb energy from repeated trauma, or are we simply reacting to what we know happened there?
I think they absorb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially trauma like that, you're going to a place hoping for recovery.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're pretty much doing fucking American Horror Story fucking season 1 basement experiments on these people, hoping to cure them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They had no concept that, like, it's an airborne disease. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
You knew not to put these people together. You were
Yeah.
bringing them from the city because it was overpopulated. And then, like, yeah, if you had one patient in each room, maybe that would have worked. But
Mm-hmm.
they said what? Overcrowded happened pretty fast there.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. It's like the whole point was to stop this.
Mm-hmm.
You don't bring everybody here at once.
Ugh.
It's like-
I'd like to go there and just get the
Yeah,
feel of it.
let's
You know,
go.
like,
Do they do tours?
yeah, they
Let's
do.
do it.
They do ghost tours.
Kentucky.
We should. We should look into it.
Vale of Echoes is coming for you, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Wait, is Louisville where we go for, that's Lexington.
Yeah.
Lexington was the convention
Yeah.
thing.
Not Lexington this time, sorry.
But yeah, I want to go.
I do too.
Stop saying it, we're going this summer. Let's go somewhere.
Well,
Just
look
like what
into-
Deadpool and Wolverine said, let's fucking go.
Let's do it.
Whip out your claws, pull your swords,
Whip out your dick.
grab your funny little dog, Deadpool, and let's do this.
That was the fucking cutest dog.
He said, huh?
Grab his dick and twist it.
I'm waiting for...
dick and twist it.
I want him to put Howard the Duck in a little more. I'm like, man, that movie was goofy back in the 80s, but
yes.
I like his new model.
Yeah.
And I'd like them to do a little more with it.
On the 5th floor of Waverly Hills, there's a room that visitors gravitate towards. Room 502. The hallway leading to it feels like the others. Long, peeling paint, open door frames. But something shifts as you approach. Even seasoned investigators have described the air feeling heavier.
The legend surrounding room 502 centers on a nurse. According to the story, she became pregnant out of wedlock, something deeply scandalous in the 1920s. Overcome with shame and despair, she allegedly hung herself from the light fixture inside the room.
Another version of the story claims that years later, a second nurse jumped from the 5th floor window. But here's where things become more complicated. Historical documentation confirming these exact events is limited. Some researchers have found partial records. Others argue the legend grew over time. There is no universally verified account confirming 2 suicides in room 502. And yet, the reports persist.
Visitors describe sudden nausea, tightness in their chest, dizziness. Some claim to see a shadow near the window. Others report the sensation of someone standing directly behind them, watching.
There have been accounts of equipment malfunctioning inside the room, batteries draining, cameras failing, investigators feeling an overwhelming emotional wave, sadness, panic, or dread that disappears the moment they step back into the hallway.
But the most unsettling reports aren't visual. They're physical. A push, a brush against the shoulder, a sudden pressure of the back, as if something doesn't want you near that window. Room 502 isn't large. There's nowhere to hide, nowhere for shadows to move unnoticed, which makes the experiences inside it feel intimate.
So, if you walked into room 502 alone and felt something touch your back, would you assume it was your mind, or would you run? I'm staying.
I would think it was probably like tricks in my mind at first until if it happened again, I'd be like, alright.
Yeah, I'm fucking staying. I want to know, like, don't just push me.
Right.
Like, if you're gonna do something, fucking do it. Here, let me just push you because I'm a little bitch ghost. No, bitch.
Right.
If you hung yourself or if you jumped out the fucking window,
Yeah.
you're braver than that.
And I also seen there was rumors, like, the nurse jumped out the window, but then a doctor jumped out the window. So I was like,
I remember about the nurse hanging herself
yeah.
in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was, I think I
Well-
watched an episode of like Taps or something where they were talking about it, where she had hung herself in the room.
Yeah, that's
That was cool meeting them people.
terrifying. Huh?
Taps, meeting
Oh,
them
yeah,
at
yeah.
That was cool.
That was cool.
No, I would. Unfortunately, Lindsay's the person that curiosity killed the cat.
And that one, though, yeah, if something, like, touches me, I look behind my shoulder, and I'm like...
I'm just gonna keep on going.
Yeah.
Until you fucking scratch me, bitch.
Tell you're the exorcist ghost demon thing.
And honestly, that probably would be me.
Yeah.
My fucking head going a fucking 360.
Oh, God.
What's wrong with Lindsay? Don't ask.
Don't ask.
My thing is, it says, you said there's a sudden pressure to the back when you go near the window.
Yeah.
So,
Like they're trying to push you out the window.
exactly.
Right.
And
So
what
if
if,
you don't
what
want
if
me
they
by
were
the
pushed
fucking-
out? But what if one of them were pushed out the window?
Ah.
It's always a good possibility.
Yeah.
No one likes a
you
rat.
don't know.
No one likes anybody about to blow the cover.
Nope.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, them pushing you towards
Right.
that window.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little fishy. Fishy.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like, if they don't want you by the window, why would they pressure be on your back? You think it'd be like on your chest or something? Like, hey, no, don't go that way. But on your back, like, do you want me by the window, out the window?
Out the window.
Do you want me
That's
out
what
the
it
window
seems
on
like.
the concrete where there's blood coming from orifices off of me?
That's what it seems like.
Dear nurse, and the eternity wherever you are, I'm gonna come talk to you.
You're fucked.
I'm bringing J.D. Barker with me. Tuberculosis didn't only affect adults. Children were sent to Waverly Hills too. Entire families were separated. Parents in one ward, children in another. And many young patients spent months, sometimes years, isolated from the outside world.
Some of them recovered. Many did not. And over time, stories began to form about the youngest patients who never left.
Fucking Timmy.
I'm curious to... This is what, 1920s?
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to, like, if any of these children might still be alive. They'd be what? If they were born in the 20s, they might...
They'd be
over 100 years old now.
There's people that are 113. It's not in...
There's
A
a
lot
lady
of them,
right
but-
now that she's like 103 and you wouldn't even really...
Jeez. What's
No,
your
Times
secret?
Times
lady?
are changing.
Yeah.
Money, that's the secret.
Depression.
Yeah.
Well, that'd just be interesting. Like, yeah, they'd be over 100
Yeah.
years old, but
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
it's just... If
Yeah.
they're like 3 or 4 around then... Yeah, but if they're like 20, they gone.
They
But
did.
they're still alive, though. I do want to talk to you. I want to know how old you are.
I want to know what's up with you.
What was going on with these demons in this hospital?
Right. One of the most well-known spirits associated with Waverly Hills is a little boy visitors call Timmy. There is no confirmed patient record tying that name to a specific child, but investigators and tour guides tell a similar story. A small ball rolled down the hallway, a giggle and an empty corridor, the sound of footsteps that are too light to be an adult.
Paranormal groups have left toys behind during overnight investigations. Some claim the ball moves, others say it rolls back toward them.
There are also stories of a young girl, often called Mary, reportedly seen near the cafeteria area, small, still, and watching.
No official records confirm a child named Timmy or Mary died there, which raises an uncomfortable possibility. Are these spirits, or are they manifestations of expectation? Because something about an empty hallway in a former children's ward feels different. Children's laughter doesn't belong in abandoned buildings, and when people hear it, it tends to stop them in their tracks.
If you heard a child laugh in a building that's been empty for decades, would you go toward the sound?
Fuck no.
I would be like, I mean, I'd probably be
No.
interested to see where is this coming from?
No.
Going toward it? I don't know about that. Sitting and waiting and see if I see?
Yes.
We can keep the distance.
That I could do.
Oh,
but
God.
again, it's like I said before. Fucking kids laughing.
Really?
Yep. It's like, I'm definitely interested, but I believe in investigation from a distance. I don't want to
Yeah.
be possessed.
Right.
But I just want to know if you're alright.
Yeah.
I don't need Timmy to fucking possess me and
Timmy
fucking...
no.
Timmy Turner!
I always think of Timmy from South Park. He's like, Timmy! I'm like,
Timmy Turner!
is Timmy here?
Or Timmy... Wait, was that his name from Christmas Carol, the little boy's name?
Tiptoe through
Tiny
the
Tim.
tulips.
That's probably why he got his name from there.
Okay, if I heard that.
I wonder if they're going to make a biopic about him. Didn't he die on stage right
He
after
had a
that
heart
song?
attack. I don't know I forgot what song it was, but he was performing when he had a heart attack. I think it was.
The first time I think I ever heard, or was it the loving in the daylight, having in the sunshine, having a wonderful time.
I was thinking SpongeBob.
I know, and that's the worst part. Why are you putting creepy ass songs like this on?
That was the whole scene
The
playing in my
Patty
head.
Pumpkins.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here.
Isn't that the first episode too?
Nematodes.
I think that's the first one.
Something like that, like first or second episode.
Takes
Mr.
the-
Krabs, come and look at your new employee.
Oh my god.
I always want to say that to Kevin.
Is mayonnaise an
Didn't
instrument?
they ask Mr. Krabs, can I call you daddy?
I think Patrick or somebody said no. It might have been. It probably was Sponge. That sounds right. SpongeBob.
Yep.
Can I call you daddy?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Oh my god.
Or can we say people from Texas are stupid?
Weedle, weedle, weedle,
Oh my
weedle.
god. No, this is
Weedle, weedle.
What in tarnations?
no, this is Patrick. We could probably have a whole hour
No,
saying Patrick.
This is
quotes.
Patrick. Who you calling Pinhead?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Wish I was back in Texas.
Oh gosh.
It's the Alaskan bullworm.
Oh my god.
It's my favorite line. The ocean's no place for a squirrel.
I still love
No, it's not.
Bob.
It's not a spot.
Or the
Cave
the cave
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
He cracks. I want to get a conch and put it on my shelf.
Oh shit.
The
The
conch.
magic conch.
They have one out now that's which is kind of going against what we grew up on, but the Camp Coral, and it's SpongeBob, Patrick, and all them as kids.
Fucking Squidward's my
And I was
favorite.
like,
He's so fucking
I don't think any of them knew
Squidward.
each other when they were that young.
You know what's funny? Is I waved to the guy that voices Squidward. He was at the last Comic-Con that I went
that's
to.
funny.
Roger Bumpus or whatever his last name is.
Bumpus.
Yeah, it's something like that.
That's
like really
hilarious.
weird. But
That's
I was
awesome.
like, I looked at Michaela, I said, there's Squidward.
There's Squidward. Did you hear him talk?
Yeah.
Does he sound like Squidward? Or is
No, he does, but not like 100%.
not like the
because
guy who does the guy who always sounds the same.
SpongeBob.
Off of he's a security guard in Scream, and then he plays Yzma's.
Oh, you're talking. I don't know his actual
But he-
name.
you're
but
You know what I'm talking about? Though he never changes. It's always the
It sounds, yeah.
the guy that plays Kronk.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because he plays.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
I love that movie.
You ever? Well,
Run, lever.
But everything I hear him in, see him, it's the same.
He
well, yeah,
is.
he plays Brock the bodyguard on Venture Brothers, and once again, big ass dude.
He played in this TV show called The Tick.
Yep,
Didn't he
yep.
play
I watched the cartoon, and I had to watch
Fairly
it when
Odd
they made
Parents?
Really good parents.
The thing, the
Jorgen von Strangle.
No.
Oh, Crimson Chin?
Yes.
Perfect.
Right?
I don't know.
Not Crimson
I
Chin.
don't remember.
Wait, he
I
plays.
know Adam West was Catman
Yeah.
because they actually made him. I don't know where he's
I
at,
don't
but they actually
remember
made
the
a
Crimson
fucking
Chin. I
DC
forgot
figure for
about it.
Catman.
I don't remember. He was. I don't know. Anyways, he sounds
Yeah.
the same all the time.
Yes, he's funny.
Yeah, he is funny.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I don't even know his name. What is his name?
Wanda Sykes too. She's done a few cartoons. Like I don't know if she was on Big Mouth, but
She did the voice for one of the sloths in
yes,
one of the Ice Age.
That's
she
what she was. The old
Fairly
lady.
Odd Parents.
I don't know, but remember the old sloth on the Ice Age
Yes,
movie?
That's her.
Wanda.
That's
Yeah,
Wanda.
That's funny.
she was
She's
funny.
fucking
Granny.
hilarious.
You know, I just watched Ice Age for the first time last year,
She did. We watched
and
after that.
and then after that, I watched all. of
Yeah,
them
we sat down and watched all of them back to back because
No,
she said
the
she never
squirrel
watched it.
thing cracks me up with the nut.
Yeah, because isn't
How have you never seen that movie?
is Manny is
I enjoyed it though.
what's his name?
I don't know,
Antonio Banderas.
but I'm just
then
saying.
Ray
I always
Romano's
look
Manny, or
forward to
not
seeing that little squirrel
So-
thing.
Fucking
Is it a
Ray
squirrel
Romano.
thing?
Ray Romano is the mammoth.
Diego.
Diego is
Ah.
done the saber-tooth tiger. That is voiced by
No, I
what's
wanna
his
watch
name?
Yeah, because one of the latest ones we watched, I don't remember if it was The Meltdown, but it had Adam Devine and Josh
Yeah,
Peck, and they
yeah.
played the Otters.
Yep.
And I
That
was
was
like,
funny.
fuck, dude.
Well, yeah, because in what was it, 2 or 3? Josh Peck is the voice for one of them little muskrats.
He's
Yes.
so funny.
Adam
Yes.
Devine, I thought he played the boyfriend mammoth thing.
That's what it was.
The daughter's boyfriend. Or
Yes.
friend.
That's funny.
Dennis Leary is the one
Dennis
who
Leary.
voiced Diego.
I don't know who that is. I know the voice, though.
And then that John, whatever the fuck his name is.
Sid the Sloth.
Sid the Sloth.
Oh
I only know John Leguizamo.
Yes.
Because he played Luigi in the live-action Mario movie.
Yeah. It's the last dandelion.
That's a movie you gotta fucking do shrooms and watch. You know, fucking dinosaur people with dinosaur heads. You're just like,
They
the
do this to
fuck?
me every year.
That's funny.
I don't even know
Why?
who played Mario, but I know because what was the there was another movie he was in.
Since
that's-
when did Jack Black voice somebody in there?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I love Jack Black.
That always shocks me too. I love fucking Kung Fu Panda. That's my favorite.
Poe.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh.
It's a good one.
Him and his fucking clone that he walks around with, little Jack Black.
Yup.
Yes.
Love it. Shot!
It's
That's
the
a good
last
movie.
dandelion.
The only movie of his I've tried watching a few times I don't think I've ever finished was Gulliver Travels.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one I don't like,
We need to do
It's
a
Bernie.
case over that case.
Bernie.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing about Bernie is, like, I don't think, like, it was just because it was Jack Black. I was like, this is just a little bit too serious for him.
Didn't he play a serious part in King Kong or something?
He's more serious in King Kong, but
Yeah,
it's like
but,
more
yeah.
of like a comical serious.
Okay.
I was about to say, the movie's more serious.
And he
but
was
he's
in,
More
still-
of like
Yes.
he's more of like the comedic relief for
Yeah,
King
okay.
Kong.
And he was
Yeah.
in Thunder.
Tropic
Tropic Thunder.
Thank you. Tropic Thunder.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
And I still love Year One with him and Michael
And
Cera. Oh, God, the guy who plays McLovin.
Jumanji.
That was fun.
They did really good with Jumanji.
They did.
I was
they did.
surprised. Like,
They
there's
did.
always a way to bring it back.
That was a good one.
They did good with it.
That was good.
Not every reported presence at Waverly feels like a former patient. Some visitors describe something else entirely. Something that doesn't feel human. They call it the creeper.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Creeper.
That's like, I like Black Phone, but I don't think I ever
The
heard him say
grabber.
his, yeah, and they
I'm
call him the
sorry.
grabber.
That is a
Fucking Hannibal Lecter over here.
I'm pretty sure the first time I actually seen his name, the grabber, is when they dropped his Fortnite skin. I'm like, that's what they call him?
Oh yeah, the grabber.
I have his mask. I'm not wearing that no more. I'm not. They're like, oh, you like that
Yeah,
movie?
fuck that.
The grabber.
Like, I liked Ethan Hawke, but I don't want to. No, I don't want to go there.
Why is
The accounts are disturbingly consistent. A dark figure, human-shaped, but wrong. Seen crawling along the walls, across the ceiling, moving in ways that defy anatomy.
Ew, is it like the black monk thing?
Don't
Isn't that what he did?
come crawling at me like Samara and you're getting.
Witnesses describe it as twisted, limbs bent at unnatural angles, its head tilted too far, sometimes appearing at the end of a hallway, and then disappearing when approached.
Some investigators report feeling physically ill in certain areas of the building. Sudden nausea, sharp headaches, a crushing pressure in the chest. Others describe an overwhelming sense that something is watching them. Not from a distance, but from above. Fuck that!
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nope.
I don't do it when you're watching me from above.
Ugh. No.
Crawling around the walls of
Oh
your head.
God.
Skeptics argue that low light, fatigue, and expectation can alter perception, and that fear can turn shadows into movement. But what unsettles many is that separate groups, years apart, have described nearly identical encounters. A crawling shape clinging to the walls, watching.
Unlike the stories of nurses or children, the creeper isn't tied to a documented death. There's no name attached, no confirmed tragedy, which makes it more disturbing. Because if it isn't rooted in a person, what is it? Residual energy? Mass suggestion? or something that doesn't belong to history at all. Some investigators refuse to return after encountering it, not because they saw something, but because of how it made them feel. Like prey.
If you looked up and saw something crawling across the ceiling towards you, would you trust your eyes? Or would you tell yourself it was just the dark playing tricks? Fuck you.
I'd be like, I would first wipe my eyes and make sure I'm seeing what
Once you start climbing the walls, that's when I'm out.
I'd straight Bugs Bunny pull those bitches out of my head, clean them off, stick them back in there, look back up and be like, ah! The fuck?
Take off like freaking Wile E. Coyote.
And it says, like, when you approach it, it's whatever it does
I
away.
can only imagine what it sounds like when it slithers away on the wall.
Ew! Like a... Ugh.
Oh my god.
Nope. Why?
Or it like... What if it, though... What if it, like, walked backwards and just stared at you as it was going away? That would be even worse.
Oh, God.
That would be even worse.
Yeah, it would be. Nope.
Oh my god.
If it was like completely arched backwards, but its head was still turned the proper direction to look at you, like... I'd fucking punt kick that
Reminds
thing. I
me
don't
of
know how I'm gonna get up there, but...
the Wendigo things off of Until Dawn.
This is what I would do. I'd go find the housekeeper and be like, can I borrow your broom?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah, can I borrow your broom? What you need a broom for? You'll see here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock this motherfucking thing off your ceiling.
The descent creatures and the creatures from I Am Legend. Ugh.
See, the ones from I Am Legend never gave me the heebie-jeebies. I always was like, they're too, like, it's too much like a zombie to me. Like, way too much.
They remind me of the descent creatures, kind of.
They do.
But yeah, I would,
shit myself, piss myself.
Yes, exactly. All of that. I
probably won't piss or shit. I'll probably be the one to vomit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Then I'd throw up, because I don't know what it is about people puking, but I'm like, ugh.
I don't...
The noise don't bother me, but when I see the content, I'm like, ugh, that's it.
Yeah. Unless it's the grudge noise.
Because I saw that one girl on TikTok, her man walks up behind her, he goes, ugh, and she's, oh
my gosh.
That's a little too excessive. I'm not...
Yeah.
I can hear people throw up all day. I'm like, you alright in there?
Oh, you doing okay?
But as soon as I see all that mixture, I'm like...
Yeah.
I know this last time that I threw up, I looked at my mom and I was like, I think this is the most that I've thrown up since being diagnosed with gastroparesis.
Really? Oh.
I was like...
That sucks.
It was literally like everything that was in my stomach was like, fuck you, I'm coming up and I'm coming up quick. I didn't even get like... Normally, I kind of, when I know I'm going to throw up, my, like, chin kind of quivers a little bit, and I start getting, like, really salivally.
I hate that. That sucks.
This time I didn't. It just, like,
just came out.
Came up, and I was like, oh, fuck. I had to run to the bathroom. I was like, what the fuck? It woke me up.
It's just like, It
was just like, fuck you, exorcist, here I come.
Fuck you, exorcist.
Projectile.
Damn. And you take Zofran, right?
I've got Zofran, I've got Reglan, I've got Dramamine, I got Tums.
Peppermint?
I got those.
God dang.
Yep.
Does a fan and stuff help you?
No.
It helps really? Ugh. Like
No.
it doesn't help relieve at all? Ugh. Damn. I'm trying to think of other ways.
No, the only thing, like even my mom, she got me something that was pretty smart for Christmas. It's one of those plushies that you can put in the microwave.
Yes.
She's like, why don't we try doing this with your stomach when you're bloated?
Right.
Because that's another thing is I get extremely bloated to the point of where I look pregnant. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I swear to God, I'm not.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing in there.
Gosh.
But there's days where I'm like I'm gonna push out fucking twins.
Oh, fuck. Dang.
I'm like, my God.
In 1943, the first effective antibiotic for tuberculosis, streptomycin, was discovered. By the 1950s, cases began declining rapidly. The need for massive sanatoriums faded. And in 1961, Waverly Hills closed its doors as a tuberculosis hospital. But the building didn't stay empty.
It reopened later that year as a Woodhaven Geriatric Center, a long-term care facility for elderly patients. The rooms once filled with tuberculosis patients were repurposed. The same hallways, the same windows, the same walls. Just different residents.
Over time, reports surfaced alleging neglect, overcrowding, declining conditions. Former employees later described an environment that felt strained and under-resourced. By 1981, Woodhaven closed permanently, and once again, the building was abandoned.
For years, Waverly Hills sat exposed to the elements, windows shattered, doors hanging open, vandals moving through empty corridors. Nature slowly reclaiming the structure.
And yet, even in abandonment, the stories grew. Teenagers sneaking inside report hearing footsteps. Urban explorers describe feeling watched. Some claim they heard coughing echo through empty wards.
By the early 2000s, Waverly Hills was purchased by private owners committed to preserving the structure. It reopened as a historic landmark, offering guided tours and overnight paranormal investigations. But even now, when the lights go out at the end of the night, the building doesn't feel empty.
Do you think places like this become haunted because of what happened there?
Uh-huh. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, because especially the neglect and patients were declining. Like, you guys have a real long history in that building. Like, the staff
Well,
and
and
everything
Of course,
changes.
a
but
long-term care facility.
Yeah, I mean,
Elderly
turning
people.
into a fucking nursing home.
Right. Yeah,
Nursing homes are the epitome of
I know.
healthcare.
Awful.
You have
It's
some...
so sad how those patients...
And unfortunately, the nursing homes that are good are the ones that you have to pay thousands of dollars for.
I know. Yep, of course.
Which is sad.
It's awful, and shouldn't have to be worried about, when I'm older and I can't take care of myself. I'm gonna-
Exactly.
that's, oh God, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. I mean, who does, but...
I'll just walk out in front of a tractor trailer. It's alright.
Oh my God.
Waverly Hills is one of the most investigated paranormal locations in America. It's been featured on television, in documentaries, and countless overnight investigations. EVPs have been recorded, shadow figures captured on camera, unexplained equipment malfunctions documented. But none of it has provided definite proof.
Skeptics point to acoustics, suggestion, the power of expectation inside a building already labeled haunted. Concrete corridors echo, wind travels unpredictably. Darkness distorts death and movement. And when you enter a place believing you might experience something, your brain can help you find it.
But here's what can't be debated. Thousands of people suffered inside those walls. Families were separated, patients isolated, children spent months staring out windows, unsure if they would ever leave. Death was not rare, it was routine. And when that much emotion exists in one space for decades, it leaves an imprint. Maybe not a ghost. Maybe not something crawling on the ceiling, but something.
Standing in the tunnel, you feel the weight. In room 502, you feel the air shift. In the children's ward, silence feels louder than it should.
And maybe that's what people are really experiencing. Not spirits, but the residue of human suffering.
Or maybe some places simply refuse to empty.
If you spend a night alone at Waverly Hills, lights off. No group, no cameras, just you and the dark. What do you think would happen?
I better get some motherfucking action.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be the crazy one to say I would hope something would happen, but
Just like sitting in that prison cell.
Yeah.
When I was the one who was like, I'll do it first.
I know.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, if you're going to take the time to go to the destination and investigate it, you might as well get the full effect.
Get the full experience from it.
I feel probably the most haunted feeling place, like if you is Auschwitz. Ugh.
Yes.
Ugh, it gives me creeps just thinking about it.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, the people that have been there and talk about when you go into the gas chambers, you can see the scratches on the wall
Yeah.
from people.
There was a foreign exchange
scratching their
student
way
at
out.
my high school. He would say that they would take field trips there, and you would see this.
Yep.
It gives me goosebumps. I don't know. I feel like that's the one place. Like if I stepped, I don't know. That's creepy. That's poor people.
And their ideology is, if you teach the past, it won't repeat itself.
Bullshit.
And what's happening?
Exactly.
It's repeating itself.
Oh man.
It's
I'm just gonna
inevitable.
go
It just
find
happens.
my own planet and try to survive.
I'm just gonna go stand under a fucking rock. And be like Patrick Starr.
Oh my, yeah. They have the life, right?
Live under a fucking rock.
Exactly.
Just go dig you a nice hole, get some of those shipping containers, put your little house in there, and then put you a hole big enough for you to get out of. And
Shit, I'm jealous of the snakes on that Snake Island.
I know.
They're
go
like,
get 'em off
They don't get messed with.
yet.
They're like, haha, look at you bitches.
right? I want to be
We're protected.
I know. I want to be the snakes on there.
I know. We're protected, you bitches.
They're living the life on an island, not having anybody come.
Nope.
So then we just gotta get twice as many mongoose and just drop them on this island.
The mongoose.
But
Oh,
then
yeah.
we might
You
get
ever watch
attacked
a
by
mongoose
fucking-
and a cobra fight?
I've heard of them. I've heard
It's
that
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
violent.
Aren't mongoose like ferrets?
Ferrets wish.
Well, they're big though.
They're
Yeah.
in the same family,
Right,
but
right.
they're like
They're huge,
immune
though,
to. They're big and they're like immune to a lot of the venom.
Oh shit! So they're like, all right.
Yeah,
that's
they're
why
like,
they.
"What the fuck?"
That's why they'll go toe to toe with them.
They don't give shit.
No, they literally. There was a
hilarious.
video I saw a couple years ago of a fucking cobra,
Oh god.
and this little fucking thing just comes right up to it, and it's like,
Oh, shit.
we're gonna fucking square up right fucking now.
Oh fuck.
And man, this thing was just like
Oh, that's
that cobra
funny.
took off.
That's funny. I bet it did.
It took off.
They need
Well,
to have
'cause-
Snoop Dogg narrate it.
Oh,
like
God.
he did that
Like he
one.
did with the one with
That
the
was so
fucking
fun.
snakes.
Yep.
Look at all them holding their head up like that.
I know.
I was just like, oh my god, he
That was
needs
so
to do this more
freaking
often.
Funny. I loved it. It was great.
He said, "You know why those snakes can't get up here like that? Because they ain't got no legs."
They ain't got no legs.
They ain't got
good
no
job.
feet.
Yeah, that's
Oh my god.
that lizard was scooting, man. He was.
Yeah, he
Going.
was. He was booking it.
He was.
I knew
I'm
they
so
were
glad.
fast,
I
but-
hate watching those videos. I'm like, oh, please escape, please escape. And then when he escaped, I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this isn't one of the. I mean, I know it's nature.
Well, I just watched a video of a badger. It was some sort of badger. It's in the badger family, but it was in like Africa or something. I can't remember. But there was a couple of leopards attacking it.
Oh,
This motherfucker came around and was like, I'm gonna whoop y'all's fucking ass.
good. Did he escape?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see, I love seeing those.
I mean,
It gives me like an adrenaline rush though when I watch it. It's
honey
like a horror
badgers are
movie.
scary.
Honey badgers.
They are scary.
Yeah. Well, yeah. if
I
they
mean, when they get pissed, they're
took
like,
on some leopards like that.
they get pissed, they're like, fuck you, I'm coming after you, I'm gonna get you.
Now I want to watch animal videos.
I love watching animal videos.
I know.
It makes my day so much better.
Yes.
Join us for Wild Wednesdays.
Yes.
Wild Wednesdays coming live March 2026.
Hell yes. Yes.
I actually don't know when we're doing this.
I want to start doing it soon. We need to. And that concludes this episode of Veil of Echoes. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, make sure you're following Veil of Echoes on your favorite podcast platform. Leaving a rating or a review helps our stories reach more listeners, and we truly appreciate your support.
Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook for teaser clips, tarot-style episode posts, and behind-the-scenes content. On Monday, we return with a true crime case that feels almost impossible to explain. The mysterious disappearance of the Jameson family. A remote property, $32,000 left behind, and questions that still haven't been answered.
And on Saturday's Missing Bail Files, we examine the heartbreaking disappearance of 9-year-old Asha Degree, a child who walked away from home in the middle of the night and was never seen again.
Until next time, keep your ears open
And the veil closed.